You first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to KIMT News 3 at 6. Let's go ahead and get to the forecast now. It's Storm Team 3 meteorologist Sara Knox. Sarah, it's been pretty dry-ish lately. A lot of burn bans getting released for some counties. I mean, what's up with that?
Yeah, we've just been so dry because we have not had rain over the last several weeks, maybe a sprinkle, but not nearly enough. That's why we're seeing those burn bans. Now, luckily, none of us under a red flag warning. The winds are starting to die down, which is good news, but it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be getting any rainfall to help relieve some of this dryness. So tonight, you can expect a clear night. Overall, that is. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Yes, that double-edged sword. We need the rain, but it's Friday night. We want to go out. We want to hang out. Lots of football games going on across the state of Iowa and even a few locally, not maybe high school games, but talking about Travis's son. He's playing tonight in his championship game, so good luck, Derek. All right, but live look outside in Mason City. I wanted to show off the beautiful sunset, some nice color there. And while we still have some of the light of the day left in Rochester, we can take another peek at the gorgeous fall colors. And the reason why is because we've made it to the peak here in Rochester and a good portion of the area. But we'll touch on that in a moment. If you're stepping out the door, temperatures have dropped in Owatonna in particular, sitting at 68, 66 in Rochester. Still well above normal though for this time of the year. In Mason City, we've made it to 68, or rather dropped to 68, but there's still some 70s to be seen. Albert Lee, Austin, Mankato, Minneapolis still at 73. A lot of this has to do with some of the sunshine we saw today, and we saw a lot of it, but mainly these winds. They are still coming on in from the south, fairly strong, as gusts could be reaching around 20-25 miles per hour, but the winds will die down, I promise you, especially as we officially kick off the weekend, getting into the midnight hour and Saturday morning. Overall, though, not a bad evening, I must say. By 10 p.m., we are still in the 60s, temperatures dropping to the 50s tonight, so well above normal once again. Satellite and radar here. I showed this earlier on in the newscast, mainly because of the clouds and the little bit of green that we can see there. But even just this 3-hour loop shows you what we're tracking as we head into tonight. It's just disappearing. The clouds hitting the dry air that we are experiencing here locally. This low pressure system is intending to move northward. That doesn't mean it's going to be bringing us any of this relief from drought conditions, but it is good to see places across the region getting some of that rain. It's all helpful. Sky Tracker 3 will show that we'll get a few of these clouds coming into tonight. This is around 10 p.m. But that's really about it. I'll stop things here early morning Saturday. The rain tries to close in on the area, but just fails to do so. It'll be a partly sunny day here for our Saturday as temperatures continue to rise. And they're not done. Sunday could break some records, believe it or not. We've got 79 on the board. Some of us could even break into the 80s. So it is going to be a fantastic weekend to get out there to check out the fall colors. I told you about the red that was spreading. Well, let's zoom into our local area here. Plenty of red, which means we are at peak. Those of us there in the orange are still seeing plenty of color. We've got a little bit more time. This weekend is going to be fantastic for any leap peepers out there, so I encourage it because temperatures are going to tick back down. The 7-day forecast shows that as we head into the midweek next week. Sananda.